from Janice Smalls Combs, who is Diddy's mother. And it came by her lawyer, Natalie Figures. It says this: I come to you today as a mother that is devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations made against my son, Sean Combs. It is heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies. To bear witness what seems to be like a public lynching of my son before he's had the opportunity to prove his innocence is a pain too unbearable to put into words. Just first of all, your reaction to that statement from his mother.
That's exactly what I would expect the mother to say. You know, these allegations are shocking. These allegations are egregious.
With the world finally waking up to the darker side of Diddy's empire, the music mogul faces an uphill legal battle that may result in him spending the rest of his life behind bars if found guilty. Amidst this struggle, none of his fellow celebrities have come to support him, with each of them withdrawing themselves from matters relating to Diddy. However, his mom came to her son's defense only to be slammed by Piers Morgan. What did she said that warranted that? Or was Morgan's response not even enough for her lies? Let's get into what truly happened. There's no doubt that Diddy has found himself in serious legal trouble, likely involving incidents he may have long forgotten. It seems as though many were just waiting for his arrest before coming forward in droves to accuse him. As more details about Diddy's arrest emerge, Hollywood is becoming increasingly outraged. One person who is sure to make waves is Tony Busby, a Houston attorney representing Diddy's alleged victims. According to Busby, the indictment and arrest provided victims with a sense of safety and support, encouraging them to step forward. He noted that once he announced his intention to pursue the case, the floodgates opened. Within 10 days, he received 3,200 calls, and after a press conference, 12,000 more calls poured in within just 24 hours. Busby also revealed that 120 new accusers have come forward with allegations against the music mogul, including 25 accusations of child assault. Disturbingly, the number of accusations continues to grow. One victim, who was only 9 years old at the time, has alleged violent sexual assault or rape, drug-facilitated sex, dissemination of video recordings, and abuse of minors against Combs. To further address the allegations against Diddy, Tony Busby appeared on Piers Morgan's platform. During the interview, Busby revealed findings from the investigation, including the drug allegedly used by Diddy and his associates, referred to as Liquid G. According to Busby, this drug has the ability to wipe people's memories. In many of these cases, the allegation is that the individual was drugged. This particular drug, Liquid G, it almost erases your memory, Busby explained. While Busby didn't provide further details on the names he has received from accusers, other than Combs, he hinted that the revelations would shock the public. He referred to Diddy's arrest as just the tip of the iceberg. The attorney also suggested that other high-profile individuals, potentially as prominent as Diddy, are likely involved. This is likely why none of Diddy's friends and collaborators have spoken out, as the rapper and record label executive faces increasing legal troubles. Some of his closest friends, who have remained conspicuously silent, include actor and investor Ashton Kutcher, who has been friends with Diddy since they met while starring on MTV shows in the 2000s. Singer Usher, who has credited Diddy as a mentor, has also stayed quiet, though resurfaced interviews show him mentioning that he saw very curious things while living with Diddy at just 13 years old. Adding to the silence, Diddy's longtime friend Jay-Z has not commented either, which has prompted Diddy's rival, 50 Cent, to troll him repeatedly on Instagram. 50 Cent has mocked Jay-Z for being in hibernation, questioning why he hasn't spoken up about Diddy's situation. But his mother, Janice Combs, was an exception. As every other mother would do, Janice has come out to stand for her son, expressing how broken she is, following the stories about her son. She said, "I come to you today as a mother who is devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations met against my son, Sean, to bear witness to what seems to be like a public lynching of my son. It's a pain too unbearable to put into words. It is heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative creed out of lies. It is understandable what Diddy's mama is going through. However, some social media outlets, as usual, have slammed her claims in defense for her son as something over the line. This is because lots of stories from the past and present are connected to how her son has been extreme. So her discrediting everything and saying they are all lies and narratives to bring her son down doesn't sit well with many. It's not uncommon for mothers to support their children, especially during legal battles, but things become more complicated when the accusations are as serious as those against Diddy. On his Uncensored show, Piers Morgan briefly mentioned Mama Combs' statement, only to quickly brush it aside as the conversation shifted to the more pressing issue, her son's alleged crimes. While Piers, known for being controversial, may have disregarded Mama Combs' denial, one has to wonder, is he purposely avoiding getting involved in family matters like this after what happened with the Carters? Well, maybe.
Because she's such a beautiful human being, and for a man to just hurt any sort of woman or child or animal, it doesn't matter, but Cass is a good friend of mine, and I just felt, I just didn't know what to do. I felt like, I don't even know how to describe how I felt that night.
Did she describe how she was feeling about having that happen? Did you get a sense that this was the first time?
It didn't feel like it, because it wasn't. It was almost like, I feel like she might have been embarrassed that happened in front of me.
But the incident that you're talking about even predates what we saw in this horrific video from a hotel.
Yes.
If you don't know, Piers Morgan has apologized just recently to Jay-Z and Beyonce for airing false allegations that linked them to Sean Diddy Combs on Uncensored, his YouTube show. This follows his recent interview with one of the loud voices on matters concerning the entertainment industry, Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright is also a singer and one who is familiar with the music industry. She has been involved in many matters regarding celebrities and their lifestyles, shedding light on the sides that the general public doesn't know. She appeared on Piers Morgan's Uncensored show to discuss the arrest of Diddy last month on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, during which Jaguar referred to the Carter power couple as a nasty little couple. Jaguar, who was a backup singer for Jay-Z, called him a monster, stating that he and his wife Beyonce are linked to Diddy. She also claimed that there are many victims, in their hundreds, who have suffered from the power and influence of Jay-Z and Diddy. Jaguar said, "For 4 years I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters." When the interview surfaced online, the Carters' lawyers pointed out that the claims made by Jaguar were not true and demanded an apology from Piers. Jordan Siv, one of Jay-Z's lawyers, said, "Piers Morgan's irresponsible broadcast filled with lies is so far over the line that a legal ultimatum was warranted." Complying with legal requests, Piers removed the areas of the interviews where those claims were made against the Carters. He further expressed, "Editing interviews is not something we do lightly on a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of the fires in a crowded theater, there are legal limits on us, too. And we apologize to Jay-Z and Beyonce. While Jay-Z's lawyers are currently vocal, defending their clients' rights, and demanding an apology from Piers Morgan for false accusations, there may come a time when they have little left to say beyond empty denials. As more evidence surfaces, the truth would become undeniable." As the case progresses, attention will turn to Tony Busby's list of alleged accomplices, which may hold critical revelations. But before that, a lot of stories have been coming up with various people being linked to Diddy, including the Osbournes. A clip has surfaced online where Sharon Osbourne wished to be Sean Diddy Combs' mother-in-law, following her daughter Kelly's association with Diddy. Years before Diddy's arrest, he was talked about on the reality show Mrs. Osbourne, where Sharon joked about how she would have loved Diddy to be a family member. The famous series followed iconic musician Ozzy Osbourne, his wife Sharon, daughter Kelly, and son Jack. Airing on MTV between 2002 and 2005, the series quickly became a fan favorite due to the public bizarre conversations the family group would have. However, an episode from January 2003 recently reappeared that has gotten fans talking. The episode in question pictured Kelly coming back from an event that also featured the Bad Boy Records boss. The two were seen to have posed before cameras, having pictures together. The series then cut to where Sharon was having a conversation with Jack, her son, about her sister's outing, she claimed. So Kelly went out last night, and apparently Puff Daddy's security guard bumped into her and knocked her on the floor, and then Puff Daddy picked her up and put her on the table and apologized. Sharon continued talking about how nice Diddy was to Kelly, and later gifted her a diamond watch. This didn't sit well with Jack, as he believed her mom was saying that, probably because of Diddy's affluence and influence in society. Jack wasn't pleased with everything that happened. He had a bad feeling about her sister's association with the Bad Boy Records boss. Although not much was said by him, could it be that he knows something about Diddy and doesn't want his sister to relate with him? While everything went down as a joke then, it's currently raising eyebrows, especially in the face of the Diddy's legal troubles today. As Diddy's lawsuits continue to unfold, it's evident that he couldn't have carried out these serious crimes alone. So, who might his accomplices be? Can you drop some names in the comments and see if your guesses are accurate while we wait for Tony Busby to reveal them with solid evidence? Thank you for watching.